what you've probably noticed is this stainless steel pipe. Now, late 60s, early 70s, there was a copper shortage and a lot of homes were fitted out with stainless steel pipe. Hello all and welcome back to the channel. As we speak at the moment, we are a shade under 15,000 subscribers. Trust me, when you've been in the game as long as I have, you know not to touch any of these gate valves. The cistern completely empty, and luckily the pan has dried itself out. 20p up already. Yeah, we just had to cut it again just because it cut there so slightly on the angle. Rob roped us in. All sat around there, there's 5 of us around there, which was good fun actually. Got Alex there, got Dell there, got Tony there. Tony just ropes everyone in and throws it on Tom going, oh, we've got 5 people now for the podcast. Hello all and welcome back to the channel. As we speak at the moment, we are a shade under 15,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you to every single one of you that has subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And also, I never even knew this was a thing, but I've added a join button to the channel. I think it's $1.99 or $2.99. You can click on that and it's just a way of basically buying me a coffee, buying me a drink if you want to. It's on the main page and I think it shows up at the bottom near the videos when they come on, I think. If you want to do it, thank you very much, really appreciate it. It just helps me make a bit more content and gives me a bit of leverage, if you know what I mean, time wise. If you don't, it's fine, absolutely fine. You know, I'm not saying you've got to do this, you've got to do this, but you know, it's just a little appreciation button. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't want people thinking, oh, it's all about the money and this, that and the other, because you do get them sort of people, and I have had them in the past. Right, what have we got today? So we went and had that nightmare with the rad valve in the previous video. So that was for a mate of mine's house, and he's got, when he moved into his house a few years ago, he's got a random toilet in a cupboard and a sink in a bedroom, and he's always said to me, I want to get rid of these because I just want to free the room up. So we're going to go and do that today, get rid of them out of his room. So I don't know why they're there, to be honest. You know, I've been in houses years ago, like old Victorian houses where they'd have a basin in the corner of the room, but this is quite a fairly modern house, but for some reason it's got a toilet on a sunny flow and a basin. So we're going to go and whip them out for him. And also today, possibly Rob from Mind Your Head podcast and Instagram basically does a lot of work with mental health in the construction trade. We're good friends with Rob. We've become friends over the last 6 months through various things. I met up with him with the Lighthouse tour and whatnot. He's down with I think he's with Tony at Build with A&E to do with the whole Building Careers Live that I'll put a link below in. I think I've mentioned it in a video before. It's about we're putting a live show on to help people come into the building construction trade, plumbing, electrician, carpentry, everything in the trade. So if we can, I go and hook up with Rob because he's a really nice guy and he always has something nice to say. Also, I just did say that I'd catch up with him off the back of me walking from that job with my mental health, you know, in a shit place. So we'll just touch base with Rob if we can. Right, first off though, I haven't had time over the weekend, over the Easter weekend, to get the van cleaned. So, God forbid, I'm going to go and take it to the little valeters around the corner and get the van cleaned. And then we can go and start the week. This is this random basin and random toilet that has been put in this sort of bedroom. I mean, it's only a 3-bed house, so even Tom, who owns the house, when they moved in, couldn't work out why they'd had this. And it's literally, the bathroom's there, so it's hardly like an ensuite that's really needed. But either way, this is coming out, this is coming out. We're going to keep the radiator in just to keep this room a little bit warm because they're going to have it as a bit of a walk-in wardrobe sort of thing. So the toilet will come out, it's on a sani flow, so we'll take the sani flow out and cap that off where we can outside. I think it's going straight into the soil pipe, so we'll cap that off there. And again, this is the wall, so what we'll do, we'll expose that wall there, get that out, cap that off as best we can within the wall somewhere. But this backs on, as you can see, this backs onto the shower, so we just have to be a little bit careful at the back of there what we're doing. But we'll start by getting the water off, getting this taken out, getting the toilet out, and listen to the birds. So I've just been turning the water off, we're just draining the hot down, because before anyone says it, why don't you shut the gate valve off in the airing cupboard. Trust me, when you've been in the game as long as I have, you know not to touch any of these gate valves, because they'll either snap open and you can't turn them off, or you'll close them, shut them, and then they'll snap shut and you can't turn them back on. So stop taps off, drain the cold down, get this drain down. This is full of old stagnant water. So again, got the Milwaukee wet vac. We get the water sucked out of that, chuck it down here and begin getting these out. That's the cistern completely empty, and luckily the pan has dried itself out over God knows how long. So that's out, that's good. Right, let's get the pan disconnected off of here. So I took the two screws out the back. The pan wasn't bolted down, it was just silicone round. So I think it's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna pull out now. So we'll just pull that out, and we just get to the back here, and we just disconnect that flexi off there and get the pan completely out of the way. That's the pan out of the way, and what we'll do now is get the sani flow out of the way. It's not going to be too hard because someone's just zip tied it in, basically. Right, so we'll leave that a minute, because I'm not 100% sure whether we're going to take that tile off or cap that off. I'm just going to speak to Tom at how he wants this room layout or what he wants doing with that. At a later date, we may be doing something with the bathroom, so if it's a case of just capping that waste off, it may save a lot of disruption there, but we'll speak to him in a bit. So we'll look at getting this out now. Water's off anyway, so I'll just cut these, cut that, whip it all out, and then we can just cut a little panel in the back of this stud and get the pipework hopefully set back into there. This looks like a connector of some sort, so it may be that the stack or something is behind that wall, but we'll get it exposed and have a look. We'll even bolt it in. £20p up already. What we want to do is try and hide these pipes within this wall, so I'm just going to cut a little panel out here. It's going to all be decorated and that anyway. Cut a little panel out there, see if we can get this pipework sunk further back into the wall so it's not sticking out in the room. That's that completely exposed now with the water off. So what I will do is whip this one off, just put a cap on there, same this side, a cap on there. Because this is back to back with the bathroom and the shower is there, I'm just assuming, I know you should never assume, but I'm assuming it just comes up to feed the shower. So we'll cap these off, and what I'll do as well, I'll get a push fit cap for in there, and we can just turn that waste into the wall like so, because I don't want to pull it too far out through the floor, because I'm not sure, again, we don't want to go under the tray, the other side of there. But as I've said, the bathroom will be getting done, you know, possibly this year, maybe start next year. So when that arises, all the floors and everything will be coming out anyway, and we can redirect the wastes as needed. But for the moment, just to get this room sorted, we'll cap that off, then we can sort out what we're going to do with those pipes over there. What we're going to do now, a bit of a change of plan. We're going to knock this tile off, get these pipes sunk into the wall, because Tom, the customer, is going to get all these tiles off and have it replastered and reskinned. And also he wants to lose the radiator in here, so we'll get these tiles up off the floor, see if we can get the boards up underneath and cap this rad off underneath on the tails. So there we go. What we'll do is we'll just cap that pipe, stick a cap on there as well, and then they're out of the way. And as I've said, when we do the bathroom, the other side of there, we can alter them and cut them out completely. But it looks like where that elbow is there, that the semi-flow pumps that direct into the stack that is in the far end corner. So we'll cap that off and see what we're going to do with this. Let's get the water back on. Got the floor up here now, rad's obviously off. Turn that side off, turn that side off, got the floor up. So we're going to be able to cap this side off just here. This one's going to be a little more tricky to do, so I'm just going to cut through that with a hacksaw and get a compression cap on there. Again, as I said before, when we do the bathroom, the other side of there, the floors will come up so we can cut them pipes back further. But for now, to get this room completely stripped out, we'll cap them off there. And what you've probably noticed is this stainless steel pipe. Now, I grew up not far from here. Now in my house, when I was growing up, I think it was built in the late 60s, early 70s, there was a copper shortage, and a lot of homes were fitted out with stainless steel pipe, and this is one here. A lot of people see it and they think it's chrome. It's not, it's stainless steel. So some of the old boys, the old timers who subscribe to the channel will know about that copper shortage. So now and again you do come across it, but that is what it is. And what you've got to do then is just get a compression fitting onto the end of it, and you can come off in copper then. But if you ever see it, just double check it's not chrome. It may be stainless steel. So I've put the bungs in the tank's bunged off. We'll open the valve up, got the aquavac here, we'll pull out what we need to, pull out that side, get the caps on. Obviously you do one at a time so we're keeping the vacuum in the system. Right, what we'll do, we'll open this side up and have the aquavac running at the same time to suck the water out of there. As soon as the pressure's gone off it and the vacuum's caused in the system with the bung, we can then cut the pipe here and bang a cap on it. We'll cut this pipe off here and bang this cap on. Might get a little bit of water still come out. Too eager with the bung, to be honest, but that's that one done. So that's that one done. This side may be a little bit more tricky because I'm going to have to cut it there and then get our cap on. Always cut the other side of the solder, because sometimes there might be a blob of solder that you can't get the cap over. So had to cut it again just because it cut ever so slightly on the angle, but got it in the end. There we go. I say, taking the pressure out of the system and bunging the tanks just gives you that little bit of leeway. If you're not 100% sure with it, then just drain it down. But I've done it loads of times. As long as you're aware there's just a little bit of water, always get a towel ready, always have your aqua vac ready, always have your grips made up to the exact right size, all pasted up and ready to go. So what we'll do, whip the bungs out now, and then we can get tidied up here. There we go, another little job done. So he's going to get that boarded up, plastered up, inside there is done. I've just shoved a load of crap in there because Tom's going to book a tip run and take everything down the tip once he's knocked the tiles off and everything like that. So when it's decorated, back to a normal room without a random basin and toilet shoved in the corner. I said I was going to pop down to build with A&E. Here we are, just to see if anybody is about. A, we could talk about Building Careers Live. B, Rob from Mind Your Head podcast should be about. And C, possibly Tony as well. But the door is usually open. I don't know who is about. But we will sneak up. I don't know if they will be. Someone's about. I don't know if Rob's about, but Tom and the media crew are about.
Hey man.
See, look. Looking busy. I know. I knew Rob was here today, so I messaged him, and he's just messaged me saying, "You about this afternoon?" I was literally down the bottom of town, so I thought I'd swing in. Well, randomly, I popped down to see Rob, just a bit of a catch up, and Tony from A&E was here. We also had Dell, the tall carpenter, and Alex, the Viking carpenter, who was doing a podcast. So Tony said to me, "Do you want to jump on and record a podcast with us as well?" Luckily, I had a little job booked in this afternoon, but it's not a problem, I can move that around. So it turns out we were all sat around there. Rob roped us in. All sat around there. There's 5 of us around there, which was good fun actually. We covered our own stuff. It was a good laugh. They are around somewhere. Obviously Rob's here. Who else we got? They're in here, look. Got Alex there. Got Dal there. Got Tony there. Tom, Team Media, and Claire is around somewhere. So yeah, I was just sorry, Tom.
That's right,
I was just saying it was a very ad hoc sort of podcast, catching up with some of the guys. Tony just ropes everyone in and throws it on Tom, going, "Oh, we've got 5 people now for the podcast." So no, so it's good. That will go when that goes out. I'll let you all know, and I'll add it in the description below, and also add links to everyone else's channels and Instagrams and all that jazz. But just a brief Wednesday evening video for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and you'll get to see all these people in due course. And also don't forget the Building Careers Live that this man and this team are putting together.